So today we have a watch video. We're going to be reviewing the Omega Seamaster Professional 300, and it's a really cool watch. We're going to go in depth with it and kind of give you a perspective of someone who's not a super big watch fanatic, but someone who loves watches, enjoys watches, but isn't into the deepest depths of the technical aspects. It's gonna be interesting, I think. I've been daily driving this watch for about 2 months at this point, and I will say, every single one of these Seamasters is unique. They all have their own special and unique touch in some way. I've had the pleasure of viewing the 007 Bond edition of this watch, the special limited edition, at the top of your screen for Patrick's video showcasing that. And while technically the case, style, everything about the watches should be similar because they're the same, model family, the Seamaster Professional 300, they're not. They're completely different feeling watches. Omega has tried very hard to set these watches apart from each other, even though they are in the same lineup. And I think that's going to hold true throughout every single individual Seamaster 300 that is out there. They all seem to have their own unique, special, and different feel to them. And that's amazing. And it's wonderful that Omega has tried to do that, even with the watches that are in the same family. So the first part of owning a Seamaster is actually the unboxing experience of a Seamaster. And in all honesty, the only word that I can use to describe the unboxing experience of an Omega Seamaster is wow.
Hello.
Hey. Alright, we're gonna do a bottle of water today.
Yeah, are you doing a YouTube video?
Yeah.
Alright, then have a good day.
You too, thanks.
Yeah.
Truthfully, we bought Tudor day dates a few weeks ago, and the unboxing experience of that was, should I say, absolutely horrible in comparison to Omega's unboxing experience. The box is wooden and stunning, and it looks appealing, and it just really seemed like every single part of the unboxing experience and of the packaging experience of the Omega video was thought out. As I said, we recently purchased Tudor day dates, and let's just say that the unboxing experience on those compared to the unboxing experience on the Omega is night and day. I want to display the Omega box. I actually do display the Omega box. The Tudor box sits in a closet tucked away. So that's the unboxing experience of the watch, but what about the watch itself? What's it actually like to own the watch? As far as the watch itself goes, the Omega Seamaster Professional 300M is huge. That was my first impression. It is an absolutely massive watch on the wrist. I mean, I was coming from a 36mm vintage Omega Seamaster and a 39mm Tudor Prince Day Date, and needless to say, this at 42mm is kind of the top of my comfort zone. This watch is massive, and it really wears on the wrist. You know it's there. With the 42mm size though, they're sturdy, and I feel like this watch can take a beating and then get back up and take a beating again. There's also tons of weight too, so it's not the lightest watch by any means, and it's not even trying to hide the fact that it's not a light watch. It is heavy, and you can even actually see it will go down on my wrist sometimes whenever I turn my wrist really hard. It will fold the watch down. Now, most watches will do that, but you feel it, and your wrist keeps going with the watch because it's that massive of a watch, and the weight is really there. It's also kind of an eye catcher because it's so huge. I make the joke of this watch enters the room before I do, and it really does with how large the watch is and everything like that. I feel like it does capture more eyes in public than even some of the Rolexes and things like that because it's so large. It's just a huge watch. All this presence aside though, if this watch is noticed on your wrist, people are going to think it's stunning because it is. This specific model, I love the blue dial, the blue bezel, the gold accents, the stainless steel hands. It is stunning. I love it, and obviously this isn't real gold, real metal. It is, stainless steel coated in gold, but still, it looks amazing on the wrist, and the accents match the dial, match the bezel, match the case, all perfectly. Speaking of the dial, it has a laser-etched wave pattern in it that really does make the watch stand out when you see it on your wrist. Those waves really do capture and grab your attention and make you go, wow, that is stunning. And the fact that Omega has done that really does kind of put the cherry on top of the looks of this watch. One more thing I do want to mention is the middle date. They moved the date down to the bottom center of the watch at 6 o'clock. I love that as well. That is absolutely perfect for me. I like things symmetrical, and that makes the face of this watch symmetrical, except for the helium exhaust valve in the top left. I do not like the helium exhaust valve. I wish they would get rid of it, but it is there, and It doesn't detract too much from the watch in my opinion, but it is something that makes the watch even larger and most people are never gonna touch it. You can't talk about this Omega without talking about its movement though, and this watch does feature the Master Chronometer caliber 8800 movement. This movement has a 55-hour power reserve, which I've tried my best to push, but it seems to be closer to 48 hours from what I've seen, and a 3.5 hertz frequency. Now, I'm no master when it comes to movements. I'm not the expert here, but what I do know is that this does blow the Tudor, the Omega Seamaster that I have out of the water, right? This is the highest quality looking movement as well as the best running movement that I have, right? If I wear this watch 3-4 days in a row, it's not gonna die for at least 2 more days. And like I said, I've been noticing about closer to 48 hours. You have to kind of make sure it's fully, wound before you're able to get that full 55 hours out of it. I probably am not getting it there, right? I'm getting it close, but not quite there. And so because of that, I'm not seeing the full 55 hours. But even still, to actually get a true 48 is amazing because I do have other watches that claim 48 hours and you get more like 36. So overall, absolutely incredible, and I do love this watch, and that movement really shines through with the quality. Now, the one thing I want to mention that's kind of a negative, other than the helium exhaust valve, is the band. You'll notice that this is now on a blue NATO strap, which does look very close to the blue rubber band that this watch was sold with originally. But it's not the blue rubber strap that this watch was sold with originally. I hated that rubber strap. Unless you are diving, plan on switching that rubber strap out. Sure, it's probably great for diving, but most of us, if we're just being honest, aren't wearing these watches to dive. We're wearing them to the office, right? So because of that, you're gonna wanna switch it to something more comfortable than the rubber strap. For me, that was a NATO band. You could also put a metal band on it. That's gonna work, or even leather. But that rubber strap, it pulls your hairs, it traps sweat. It's absolutely disgusting, really. And it had me taking the watch off all the time. When I switched to the NATO, I was able to keep the watch on all day without like a problem. But that strap was irritating me so much, that rubber strap, that I was taking it off constantly. So if you do have the option to go with a metal band or the rubber band, go with the metal band, even if you do switch it out to a NATO, because then that also is an easier way to make this watch a little more dressy, right? This is not a super dressy watch. It can be, of course, but it's not super dressy by design, and because of that, the metal band would help make it dressy and allow you to wear it a little more easy with things like a suit or something like that. Overall though, I absolutely love the Omega Seamaster Professional 300M. It is a stunning watch, absolutely beautiful on the wrist. It wears with a presence and is just a very, very good, well-made, well-built timepiece. I have never seen a watch this well-made before, and Omega really took things up a notch by going above and beyond with the movement, classification, above and beyond with the build quality, and really truly offering this at a great price. This is one of my first watch reviews, so I hope that it was a good one, and if you did enjoy it, let us know in the comment section down below, and if you see some ways that we can improve, let us know in the comment section down below as well. Thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, hopefully you will be able to go purchase yourself an Omega Seamaster 300 Professional, because it is an incredible watch and one that I can truly, wholeheartedly recommend. Thank you for watching.